Hey guys, how you doing today? Today we're going to talk about shifting in assembly and rotation. So it should be a fairly easy topic to talk about as we go through things. So first of all, we have imported our external libraries, so we can use these inside of our code. Let's move into RDI, some constant that will allow us to see the output very easily. I just picked this one because it looked nice. Um, you can pick whatever you want, but hopefully this represents what we're going to see here. So, for example, if we want to shift something to the right, we can use the CL register or you can hard code it, but I think using the register is a little bit more flexible. So we can move into CL, the number 4. So that will move it over 4 bits, and we can either move it to the right or to the left. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's do shift right RDI CL. We can then call print bits and see what that looks like. So as we can see in the output, our original looked like this. We can see there's an F over here, and then that got shifted to the right. Similarly, we can shift to the left by that number of bits, and now everything moved to the left. If we picked a number that was different than 4, that's fine, but when you look at the output, you're going to notice that it doesn't quite match. Now it does. We can see that, for example, our A, which was 1010, got moved over 1010. It got moved over by 3 bits. All of a sudden now the output is completely different because it wasn't an even multiple of 4. So along with that, we can do rotation, which doesn't get rid of bits. So again, we can move into RDI, our constant. Again, you can pick whatever you want. I think this represents it pretty well. Call print bits. We can move into CL, again, some value that we want. So let's pick an easy number like 4. We can then do rotate either to the right or to the left. Rotate to the right. RDI, CL, call print bits. So as we can see, we had our constant here. We then rotated, and now the A went from this side over here to this side over here, right? So it rotated around and everything else moved over. That was a rotate to the right. We can do rotate to the left. And we get a similar type of issue. Additionally, we can do rotate with carry. So if we would like, we can again do all of this. But we can, so for example, I think it's easier to see if you just move into RDI 0. We can then set the carry flag to show that it exists. So that's set carry. So that will set the carry flag to a true. And then we can rotate carry to the left. So now it is part of the carousel of bits that get moved around. So let's look at that. So we can see our original, we didn't have anything in RDI, but we did set the carry flag, and so then when we do the rotation, that carry flag all of a sudden is one of the bits that gets moved around. I mean, we could have used a constant like, let's say 0xa as our constant, and then we would see that we had an A, which was a 1010, and then it got moved over, so we still have our 1010, but then the 1 is at the end. Or for example, you could have picked an F, right? That's another one that we could pick. But again, we see that we have our 4 bits for our F, and then we have the carry flag as an additional flag. So we can do those. Additionally, we can do rotations with the sign flag. And so the sign flag, these are shift arithmetic. And when you do it to the right is when it typically matters, because otherwise we would fill it with a 0, but we can fill it with a 1. So we can pick a number. We'll talk about 2's complement in another video, but we can move the number, move into RDI -128. We can then do shift arithmetic to the right, RDI, let's say CL, we can shift it by that, so that would be dividing it by 2. We can do our print bits as well. I'll put it back there just to get it. And then we can build and run it. So now we see that it did shift it over, right? So these bits got shifted over, but we filled with 1s. If we didn't do an arithmetic shift right, if we just did a shift to the right, and if I hit save and then do a shift to the right, we can see it filled it with 0s, which now turned it from a negative number into a positive number, and that's not what we wanted. So that shift arithmetic right allows us to do that in the way that we want to do it, where we preserve the fact that this was a negative number instead of a positive number. So that's what we have on shifting and rotation. If you guys have questions, feel free to leave a comment or interact with me on the live stream. So just let me know. If you are up to it, like and subscribe. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Talk to you later. Bye.